Hey there, guys. I started to do a live, but I'm gonna have to pause this a couple of times because I just realized what that was that came in. I had ordered a. Wait a minute. See, why I start doing this? Why I do this to myself? Why do I do this? Okay, so I ordered this right here, a phone mount, so I can do my car chronicles with y'all, and that's pretty neat. I hope I don't break it trying to put it up in here, but yeah, I got it. So yeah. hold on. I probably should read the instructions. Anyways, y'all. Okay, I'm good. Bruh, I thought I broke this chain. I was like, cat, dog, Toya. This is pretty neat, girl. Okay, oh, I see how it works. Yo, this is pretty neat. Anyways, that is not why y'all watching this. I probably wasted a whole minute. Okay, so I just wanted to give you guys an update on what's going on. Trying to think, what was the last thing we talked about? I may repeat some stuff because I can't remember what's the last. It's a woodpecker on top of that cancer building. That is so crazy. Anyways, I can't remember the last thing I talked about, so I may repeat some stuff. So, long story short, I had 2 surgeries. I'm gonna go back and see if I haven't mentioned it, then I'll do another video giving a little bit more detail. But had 2 surgeries. I say over the course of 2 weeks, I had 4 different procedures. 2 surgeries. Then left from there, went to the convocation. I talked to my daughter. She said, "You weren't supposed to go nowhere. You weren't supposed to go nowhere." I said, "I know, but I ain't want to miss the convocation." The convocation was all of that, and then some. Just saying. We have another one coming next year. I'm going to give y'all the information as soon as we get the information going and stuff like that. Let y'all know. Let me tell you, when I tell you people were being healed, set free, delivered, being purged, old school purged. We talking about bring the trash cans, baby. Bring the trash cans and the tissue. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. I love when God's people being set free. Absolutely amazing. But anyway, that's not what y'all came up here. Okay. So, let's see. I went to see one, and I may say the name wrong, y'all. Well, today I saw Radiation Oncology. Here's the paperwork they gave me and all this other stuff. So, the guy that I went to see today, the doctor is Dr. Amin. Yeah, I think it's Dr. Amin. I know his name. It's just I keep pronouncing it wrong. I keep saying it. Amin? I think it's Amin. The dude is absolutely amazing. Super nice. Very chill, relaxed, but not so chill and relaxed where you feel like, dude, you need to be professional. It's not a very cool dude. He broke it down for me twice. I said, well, look, I'm still dealing with the thought of chemotherapy. Okay, let me explain that part. So I thought chemotherapy was not even in the question, because they got everything out, this, that, and the third. So it was explained to me that there's a sample that they're still waiting to get the results from the surgery that I had last week on Monday. What's the day? Yeah, last week on Monday. So they said based on that will let them know if I need chemotherapy and radiation. They said because of the diagnosis, anyways, he said you're gonna get radiation. He said because it was grade 2 because it's 3 different grades. There's grade 1, 2, and 3. Grade 1 means that something is there. It hasn't grown. It's right there. We see it. It's cancer. Let's get it. Grade 2 is where it looks like it has grown, but it's not, like, it doesn't look like it's spreaded and is growing fast. It looked like it's growing slowly. And for me, it was grade 2. He said, so because of that, you have, you got to get radiation. He said, so that is a given. Radiation is going to happen. He said, now, with everything I'm saying, you could at any moment say, I don't want nothing no more. I'm done. I'm out. He said, so when I say it's a given that it must happen, he said, I don't want you to think that I'm trying to trump. And he wasn't the one that said it. This was Dr. Najim that I saw day before yesterday. He's with radiation too, but he deals with like the medicine part of it. And y'all, it's so many doctors I'm getting. It's so many doctors. Najim is the one that explained to me, what was I just saying? Y'all, should I pause this and try to remember what in the world I was saying? Anyways, it'll come back to me. Y'all, I'm sorry. Pray for my brain. I come against all that foolishness. Anyways, so yeah, they were explaining to me, you know, the process, and that I really am having a brain fart. Hold on, let me pause this for a minute. It just came back to me. So he was explaining to me that I would need radiation anyways, but when the results come back, they will let them know if I need chemotherapy as well. I said, wait, what? After he said that, it's like I heard wah, 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 wah. And bits and pieces of what he was saying, I grabbed it, but I was like, just check the notes on my chart after the appointment so you can get whatever else it is that he's saying. But I'm like, wait a minute, chemo? Wait, pause, time out. Wait a minute. I said, I thought all the samples were sent and were looked at, and he said no. He said we looked at the lymph node and something else, and then he said, but that particular sample is still out. He said he said it takes about 2 weeks for it to come back. So I'm thinking this week Monday made 1 week. A few days from now would make 2 weeks. So I'm hoping to hear something between the next few days. Oh, is she crying? Oh, wait a minute, y'all. Okay, somebody just pulled up for her. I'm saying, let me go out there now. Hold on. It's real out here in these streets, y'all. It's real out here. So yeah, so that's what the next thing is waiting to see if the doctors, but you know what, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you what I'm praying, and y'all pray with me, that my body will reflect the sample, and the sample will reflect there's no need for chemo. She don't need chemo. She don't need no chemo. She don't need no chemo. She good. She don't need no chemo. That's what I'm praying for. Y'all pray with me on that. Now here's the thing. Let me say this, because I think somebody experimented last time. Because I shouldn't even be dealing with this foolishness. But if you don't know how to get a prayer through, if it's a little questionable, okay, a little questionable, and you like, I don't know if the Lord's hear my prayer, don't experiment with me. Do not experiment with me, honey. Let me tell you something. We'll work on teaching you how to get a prayer through another time. But in the meantime, You keep practicing with yourself. Don't practice with me. Do not I'm not a science experiment. I'm not a spiritual experiment. Don't. Not with me. Not in this hour. No. I think somebody experimented last time, because I'm like, I should have just, what is this? What? But the twist of, now I'm gonna tell you, I don't want to say twist of iron. I say the twist of the matter is that there are some people that I'm meeting that I would not have normally met, and I've been able to minister to them, not with no power of my own. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying to you. The Holy Spirit would show me different people and different things to say to them, and it's been a blessing to many people. One young lady, she even rededicated herself back to God. Another lady, it mended the relationship between her and her daughter. God is amazing. So I'm telling you, what the devil means for bad, God said, oh, yeah, we'll let that happen. We'll watch this. Hey, but God. Let me tell you something. I'm sorry, that was all in y'all ear. I apologize. I'm going to tell y'all something right now. God is absolutely amazing. So anyways, okay, so this particular appointment, the young man, I'm saying y'all, I think he's older than me. But the doctor, he was explaining to me the process and stuff like that, with the whole radiation thing that I'm going to need. They're going to give me like some cream to put on. And I'm sharing all this for anybody who may be going through the process, just started the process, may go through the process. If you're related to someone who's dealing with this, so you can kind of get a better, I mean, you won't really know unless you're dealing with it yourself. I can assure you, because there's a lot of stuff that I'm forgetting that I remember after I stopped recording. I'm like, man, I forgot to mention this. So, but at least it'll give you a general idea of what some people be dealing with. So, he already sent the prescription to the pharmacy for me to get this cream. I guess it's almost like sunblock. I asked the lady what she was describing. I said, so is it like sunblock? She said, sort of, kind of, almost like that. So, because they're going to be doing radiation on this side, it's my, not to be graphic, I'm not showing no pictures yet, but I'm not going to show nothing crazy. I was thinking about showing y'all the scar. I don't know. Right now, if you eating something, pause for a minute, because I'm going to share something. I recently started leaking from where the surgery was. They never put a drainage tube there, so I had been in a lot of pain and stuff. I'm gonna have to share that testimony with y'all. I was in some pain and stuff like that, and then overnight the word of the Lord came by way at the convocation and said that there would be suddenly, there was something that you're dealing with today. I'm sharing a testimony now. Something you're dealing with today, you would not be dealing with tomorrow. God is going to do it suddenly. I was in so much pain at the convocation. I was like, but I was trying my best not to show it. I didn't want nobody to, you know, I'm really big on trying not to, and it's not a pride thing. It's just, I don't want to look like what I'm dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to distract from the service, and people be like, you okay? What's wrong? You know, I didn't, you know what I'm saying? But sure, it was hurting. I was hurting so bad. But come to find out, it's because, and I was swollen, but it was fluid buildup. Y'all, that night we went back to the well, we went to the hotel. We was at an Airbnb, beautiful house. Oh my gosh, beautiful house. Went back. I put a heating pad on because it was hurting so bad. I ended up taking some pain medicine. Was doing some praying. I was like, Lord, what the pain medicine can't do, God, only you can do. Lord, I need your help. Give me some relief. Do something suddenly. And I dozed off. I woke up and was like, man, am I sweating? I look. Whole side just wet. The Lord gave me a sudden, because I had no more pain. Like, the pain was completely gone. And I had just had surgery just a few days before, just a couple days before. But the pain was gone, but it was the buildup. And I guess God said, pop. Well, the Spirit said, right here at the incision. Pop. So that's what it was. So going back to why I even brought that up, I was thinking about showing the scar so some people could see what it looks like. I don't want to gross anybody out. I'm still contemplating on whether I should show the scar or not, because some people might be like, I don't really need to see all that. Then you got some people who like me that's like, nah, I want to see what it look like. What it look like? Show it to me. Blow up the picture. That's me. So I may or may not. I don't know. But I know I don't want to show it right now because of that situation. Trying to think what else. So I'm gonna have to come back here Monday through Friday. This is radiation. Now the whole chemo thing, I don't know anything about that. We haven't talked about that or anything because they're like, well, we don't know if you need it or not. So if you end up needing it, we'll call you back, set up an appointment so we can break that down and explain to you how that works. Okay. But the radiation part, they told me it would be anywhere between 15 to 30 minutes every day, Monday through Friday, for 20-something sessions. I said, wait, this not a once-a-week thing? I said, this ain't a once-a-week thing. He said, oh, no. I said, can y'all make it a once-a-week thing? He said, if you want to do this for like a year and so, I said, nah, we all right, we good, we good. So it's a Monday through Friday, 15 to 30 minutes each time for 20-something sessions. I think it's 21 sessions. Then at the end of that, I have to do another CT scan. And then I think 6 months. In 6 months, I have to do another mammogram. Y'all, it's so many appointments. This stuff is... It's like right when you start to... And I thank God that I'm in a different headspace, you know what I'm saying? Because I've seen some people in there that look like you could tell, okay, they just got the news like maybe yesterday. Or, well, no, because if you're in there, you got the news a while ago. Some people was in there crying. One lady, she was like, I was like, oh my God. I was like, God, I thank you for peace. God, I thank you for peace, man. And when I say that, it doesn't mean that I have no concerns, no worries. I'm perfectly fine. I have my moments where I'm like, I can't believe I'm dealing with this. This is crazy. And then there's times where I'm like, you know what? God, we got this. More times than not, I'm like, God, we got this. It's just, I want to say every sprinkle of a time, I'm like, I cannot believe I'm dealing with this. Like, I can't believe this. But what I do know is the Holy Spirit told me that this is not unto death. So I thank God for that. And in the meantime, kingdom shall go forth. I'm still apostle. I'm going to do what I got to do. If God say something, I'm going to say. If God said, just watch and observe. Because God been telling me that a lot lately. Just, there's been a couple of times where people have asked me to pray. And y'all know when I pray, I'm like, we going in. And then God be like, just cut it short. I need you to be in observe mode. I need you to be observed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But anyways. Oh, they also have to do, so I have to come in and do what's a CT. Hold on. Okay, so it's like the radiation planning part. Okay, that talks about, CT simulation appointment. That's what it was, CT simulation appointment. And that's where they have to It takes about an hour. They say they have to go through and I have to sit in like this mold type thing, and it's gonna, because they want to be able to position me in the same position every time I go. So I have to go in so they can get me positioned right, and then they're gonna put like tattoos on me. It's permanent marks on me, but it says like it's gonna look like a freckle. I'm like, oh, I'm a dark skinned girl. I'm girl. I'm actually fairly light, but anyways. So I told the lady, I said, now when you say a mark, is it gonna blend in with my skin? She said, no. So it's gonna be like a mark here, a mark on the side here, a mark on the side here, so they can line me up. And then there's some more stuff too. Wait a minute, let me see what else they tell me. It's okay, so the CT simulation. Then I have to do a dry run, which is, I think they said that is a couple of days before my first radiation treatment. Yeah. Then I have to do a week before the simulation appointment, which would be my next appointment here, which is scheduled in about 3 weeks. I have to do a pregnancy test. I said, what? I said, I'm telling you, I'm not pregnant. They said, we still have to do a pregnancy test. I said, okay. So we got to do that. So if you're a woman and you're young, let me tell you something. It felt good too, y'all. It felt good for them to say, oh, well, yeah, you're young. I was like, yeah, man. Yes, I am. It felt so good. I'm like, I'm in my 40s. It was like, for this, you're young. You're young. So, yeah. I'm trying to think. What else is there? That's all I can think of right now. I don't want to make this too long. But yeah, so that's what I got going on next, y'all. 3 weeks, I'm scheduled to come back for the simulation. But they said if I get a call back from Dr. Najim and he says that it says that I need chemo, then they'll cancel that appointment because their suggestion is that I do chemo first before radiation. I said, I will still need to do radiation too if I have to do that. She said, yes. I was like, so that's what we got going on, folks. That's what we got going on. So y'all keep me lifted, keep me in prayer. Hopefully this wasn't too boring. I feel like it was a very boring video. Oh, I think next time I'm just gonna show y'all a bunch of pictures. Show myself in the doctor's office and all the other stuff. It's like net here that's getting on my nerves. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Y'all can't stand bugs, especially while I'm driving. Anyways, all right, y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all on the flip side. Just wanted to give y'all that small update. Piece of hair grease. Is there anything else I'm missing? I don't think so. Don't forget to like and subscribe, y'all. Do me a favor, please subscribe. Pretty please. Subscribe. That helps me out. I ain't asking y'all for no money. But if you subscribe and I build my subscriber base up, it's gonna help me. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna help me and eventually put some money in my pocket. Okay. All right. Thank y'all so much. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Piece of hair grease. Love you.